Summary of Tess of the D'Urberville by Thomas Hardy. Tess Durbeyfield lives in the English village of Marlott, which is in the southwest. She first makes an appearance as she is doing the May Day dance, during which she shares a meaningful look with a young guy called Angel Clare. The Tess family is very poor, but her dad finds out that he comes from the D'Urberville family, which is one of England's oldest and most prestigious lines. The Durbeyfields think that this will make their lives better, even though the D'Urberville are no longer wealthy or powerful. When Tess kills Prince, the family's horse by accident, she feels so bad about it that she tries to claim kin from some rich D'Urberville nearby, even though she doesn't know that they aren't connected. Alec, the wild son of old and blind Mrs. D'Urberville, falls in love with Tess and tries to rape her over and over again, but she always turns him down. He gives her a job taking care of the chickens, and Tess feels she has to take it for the sake of her family. Alec tricks Tess into taking a ride home with him one night after a dance in the town. He gets lost in the woods and has to go look for the way out. He rapes Tess while she is asleep when he gets back. After that, Tess goes back to Marlott and gives birth to Alec's child. Out of shame, she stays away from the other people in town. Tess fears about her baby's soul when he gets sick soon. Before he dies, she baptizes him herself and gives him the name Sorrow. When Tess is judged by her society for a long time, she gives up and looks for work somewhere else. She gets a job as a milkmaid at Talbothays dairy farm and is happy for a while. She makes friends with Reddy, and Marion, and finds out that Angel Clare, the guy from the May Day dance, works there too. He is the son of a parson, but he is at Talbothays to learn how to farm. He quickly falls in love with all four women, but he picks Tess, and the two of them start dating. Angel asks Tess to marry him, but she says no because she doesn't think she's good enough to be married. She's scared to tell him everything about her past. Angel goes home for a short time and finds that his brothers, who are now parsons or deans, are less open-minded and don't like what he does. He goes back to Tess and makes the same suggestion again, this time with more confidence. She finally agrees, but she is always upset. On their wedding night, Angel tells Tess that he cheated on her with a woman in London. This makes Tess feel like she can tell the truth about Alec. Angel is shocked and angry, and it makes him sad to think about what his family and other people would say if they knew. He leaves Tess with some money and some time to think. He chooses to go to Brazil to find work and tells Tess not to follow him. Tess's money runs out quickly, making her feel worse about herself and making her sad. She works with Marion at a sad, empty farm. Marion has started drinking after Angel turned her down. Alec D'Urberville has changed his mind and is now a Christian preacher after Angel's father turned him. Tess meets him again by chance. He falls in love with Tess all over again when he sees her and quickly gives up his Christian faith to try to charm her. Tess goes home to take care of her mom, but her dad passes away soon after. If Tess comes back to Alec, he will help the family get a new place to live. Angel, who got sick in Brazil, makes the choice to forgive Tess and come home. He finds her in a fancy boarding house when he finally finds her. She tells him it's too late because she gave in to Alec. Angel, who is hurt, leaves, and Tess gets into a fight with Alec, killing him with a knife. Angel doesn't know if Tess really killed the person, but Tess and Angel manage to get away together. They hide out in a sad, empty house for a few days and are happy, but then they leave. While they're there, Tess falls asleep on a rock one night. At dawn, the cops catch her. Angel and Liza Lou, Tess's sister, later hold hands and watch the black flag, which means Tess has been put to death.
About the author. Thomas Hardy grew up in a small village in the countryside of Dorset. Hardy's father was a stonemason, and his mother taught him until he was 8 years old. Hardy's family didn't have enough money to pay for college, so he worked as an apprentice for an engineer until he chose to do more writing. Most of his stories take place in and around Dorset. He got married to Emma Gifford in 1874, and her death in 1912 had a big impact on him. In 1914, he married Florence Dugdale, who was his secretary. Hardy's first few books didn't do well, and even his later books were controversial and were often banned. People didn't like how sexually honest and socially critical Hardy's stories were in Tess of the D'Urberville and Jude the Obscure, so he stopped writing fiction and focused on his poems instead. He is famous for writing Jude the Obscure, Far from the Madding Crowd, and Tess of the D'Urberville. He died in 1928, when he was 87 years old.
Hope we summarized it fully and you liked it. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so that we are motivated to create more videos.